Alright, as you can see, I'm running low on gym juice, and I'm kind of weaning myself off because at $40 for one of those little things of gym juice powder, yeah, it's going to be a little while before I get another one of them for $1.99. And the discount store, does occasionally get them. And I bought like this gigantic thing of protein powder. I used it for my coffee for about 4 months. Anyway, so we're winding down that. Please don't abuse drugs, especially if you're trying to learn guitar, because it makes it more difficult, and that includes any substance that makes it difficult to learn. And if you're playing in a band or something, and you're done, your work is done and everything, that's different, right? Because there's no pressure. You don't have to use your mind so vigorously. And then there's just sometimes there's just playing, and let something else do it for you, and you want to. So see right there, I didn't bar that F, and it became an F major seventh or something like that. You can see how taking it easy can lead to, still can lead to good music ideas. Um, but you certainly don't want to, um, use alcohol or something while you're trying to study music theory. Um, Unless what you're doing is just so easy and it has to be done, and you have to relieve some tension or whatever. So here we are. X in this case is just C, A, G, E, or D string shape. Okay, so these are the strings on a fretboard like this, and certainly horizontally. Okay, we're going to go in string shape fifths. Going to the right, we're going to go in string shape fourths, and that's also caged fifths and caged fourths, because a string shape, as I've defined it, is the bottom string of a cage. So if you have a C cage here, the bottom string's 3, 4, 5. Okay, going to the right of that. Now, you have to keep in mind one thing, though, that to the right of the C string shape in fifths isn't the A5/6, because C and A share that 5. This diagram, and I'll probably make an annotation, this diagram is for when there's complete isolation between the cage shapes. So it would be the C shape going to the G shape, which is the fifth of it. Its fifth is the G shape, so it's 6, 7 root. So here's the whole G cage right here, and here's the C cage. Notice it's a fifth away from that, and then conversely, the C cage is the fourth. The letter C is the fourth of the G cage, which is to the left of it. Now, in string shapes alone, just single string shapes, okay, and it doesn't matter if you start it on the bottom anymore. You're going in fifths as you go up the strings, and fourths as you go down the strings, even though the strings themselves are tuned in fourths going up for the most part until the tuning third, and then fifths going down for the most part, except the tuning third. And by the way, we've talked about this when you're going from G to B. Okay, you've got that third there, but from B to G, all right, going down again. Okay, you've still got that major third there. It's the same interval. It's still that third. Okay, but it doesn't. There's still some a reciprocal relationship. For instance, if you look at B, Okay, the fourth of B is E, but but going down from E, the fifth of E is B again. Okay, so fourth of B is E, the fifth of E is B. Okay, and looking at it here, I think we're going to get a little have a little problem. The third of G is B. Okay, but the augmented fifth of B is G. Now that's the same relationship with the string shapes. I'll be darned. Looky here. So we're going up in fifths. The fifth of C is the G string shape. The fifth of G is the D string shape. The fifth of A is the D is the A string shape. Fifth of A is the E string shape. But now it's an augmented fifth, going from the E to the C, and then conversely, going from C to E is a diminished fifth or a third. But anywhere that C and E occurs, now there's no tuning warp there. It's still a third. It's still that diminished fourth. We call it the diminished fourth. So we're going to say that the fourth of the C string shape is the E string shape, and the fifth of the E string shape is the C string shape. Once you accept that string shape relationship, and this is not where the tuning is different anymore, then it becomes easy. So this leads to our string shape circle. Okay, so you got going counterclockwise, it's in fourths, it says it's in fifths. Whenever I label a string shape circle or a circle, clockwise is what it's happening. So it's fifths. The fifth of C is G, fifth of G is D, fifth of D is A, fifth of A is E. And by the way, the little letters are the caged letters. Okay, so C, A, G, E, D, C, A, G, E, D. So you skip every letter, every other letter in caged, and you go in fifths. Now in fourths, you skip every other letter in a pentatonic scale. C, D, E, G, A. Okay, and you're going in fourths, but string shape fourths, where there's actually a third between here, and this is not necessarily at the warp. And that's one thing I wanted to explain also about the pattern diagrams, and that is that the reason why there's no tuning warp on the pattern diagrams is because we never know where the tuning warp is going to be. So it doesn't matter. We want versatility, so you want to be able to play in any key. So the pattern diagram is shown drifting to the left because the pattern builds to the left each time we add the seventh, the leading tone here, okay, to our 7L S3D here, because we don't know where it's going to warp over as it travels across the fretboard. So that's why you have to know this, but you don't play it that way. You can play it as long as you warp it up. So with the 3, starting on 3, going from 3 to 3 here, and I'm going to remove our friend the capo here, we have an S2C and then an S3D. But right there, that 5, 6, you have to warp over to get that 7, but that 7 comes in to meet us because this is down tuned here. Okay, so instead of the 7 being down over here where it would be not playable anyway, it's brought over because of the tuning difference. And we're talking about the third here, so B is the third of G, but G is the augmented fifth of B. So that is the same relationship between the C and